And that's the Preachers. Well, so the Preachers, they featured one time top Ghana music or gospel music artist of the year, Noble Nketia. Charlie, I used to love that guy, man. What? Well, so we have to.
Still do.
Yeah, I still do. Yeah, I still do.
Noble is the personal friend, so anytime,
Personal?
any day. Yes.
Oh, okay. Normal.
Normal personal,
okay,
not
okay.
whatever
All
you're
right.
thinking at the back
no,
of your
no,
head,
nothing.
Yeah, good morning to y'all. Here's a WhatsApp message.
How are you feeling today? I think
I'm better than yesterday. I feel better than yesterday.
You take it one day at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I still need a lot of rest.
Yeah, you do need. I can give you a week off and let Benis come and deputize if I had the power. But
Look at him, really.
Let's see what we can do for you.
Let me read this message that says, I'm really impressed with the move by Accra Metropolitan Assembly and Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly as well. Keep us updated from time to time, Joy News. I think Kai in Sunyai sending us that message. You can also send us a WhatsApp message and a regular SMS message as well.
Okay.
Time for us to do
so let's look at some of the top newspapers we have in the studio. We have The Custodian. It has on the front page, free SHS to cost 4.5 billion Ghana cedis yearly from 2019 to 2020 academic year.
I haven't heard of The Custodian, by the way. I mean, the way you are
I say it's a top newspaper. Sorry, it's edited by my good friend.
Who's that? So you're doing family and friends on the show?
Yeah.
You're doing family and friends?
I even call Mahama. I will do Mahama.
I wanted to ask you before we start the papers.
How do you... This is by my good friend. Editor is the manager. Please, let's get closer shot.
Are you okay this morning?
The Custodian. Please, it's on the newsstands. Buy it, Custodian.
You're done.
Charlie, how do?
You're done.
Huh?
Is Sylvester Mensah still insisting he's got no plans?
Sylvester Mensah. I have no sympathy for state looters. He's one of the personalities who contests for
the 2020
flag bearership race when it comes 2018 in the NDC.
Oh.
So he's on the front page of The Custodian, Sylvester Mensah.
But he's not talking about his potential presidency. He's talking about no sympathy for state looters.
Me too, I'm not talking about looters. I'm talking about his ambition.
All right. You're done with your Custodian.
Top newspaper.
I'm seeing it for the first time on the show today.
No. Well, I reviewed it last week.
This is a paper that I'm very familiar with, the Daily Graphic newspaper, front page of the Graphic. Security personnel deployed to check Galamsey. So you find the photograph on the front page of the Daily Graphic, some military army men and policemen as well. She and Jama and getting ready. They are coming to your area.
We featured that live on TV yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, because Maxwell Agbama was
Who
there.
were the first?
If you're into Galamsey, these men are ready to hunt you down. Just so you know, they are coming.
They want to whip your this thing.
So on the front page of the Daily Graphic, CID quizzes 3 former ministers of state over a married deal. That's a story we'll get into a bit later. Economy stable, on right track despite downward review of expenditure. That's according to Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. This picture was taken as he was presenting the revised budget yesterday, and Emmanuel Asamoah Adai took that photograph. But minority says economy not doing well. That's exactly what we expect from the minority. But if you missed the whole session yesterday on AM Talk this morning, we're going to be discussing some of the revelations yesterday. But on page 16 in the Daily Graphic, story says 3 former ministers and 3 businessmen were yesterday invited by the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service for questioning in connection with the Ameri Power deal. The former Minister of Power, Dr. Kwabena Donkor, his deputy, John Jenapo, and a former Deputy Attorney General, Dominic Ayeni. The names of the 3 businessmen who were invited alongside the ministers are yet to be released by the police. Last week, the police, acting on the orders of a court, conducted searches in the homes of Dr. Donkor, Mr. Jenapo, and Dr. Ayeni in their effort to find evidence or documents on the power deal. So not under arrest, according to the Deputy Director General of the CID, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mrs. Iya Tiwa Adodankwa. None of the 3 former government appointees was under arrest. All right, so that's cleared up. The statement of forms also here, controversial deal. And then Parliament, the statement that was said by Professor Aaron Michael Quay last Friday, also captured here in this story. Security personnel deployed to check Galamsey. A national anti-Galamsey task force was yesterday ushered into action with a warning from the Defence Minister, Mr. Dominic Nitiwu, to Galamsey operators and residents in communities ravaged by the menace not to dare their members because they do so at their peril. You heard that. Back page of the Daily Graphic. Kumasi traders in tussle over ownership of shop building. Story says the police in Kumasi yesterday reacted swiftly to prevent what could have been a brutal clash between some traders and some heavily built men, popularly known as macho men, in the city's trading hub of Edum. The macho men were allegedly acting on behalf of a businessman, Dr. Kweku Frimpong, also known as Champion,
macho men,
in the takeover of a disputed building where the traders operated. The scene was one of commotion, and when the police arrived there, the well-built men had fled, but the over 40 traders wearing red armbands and headgear were demonstrating to register their displeasure with their forcible ejection.
Doctor,
if you read on, Dr. Kweku Frimpong, aka Champion. There's a court action, the police order,
Champion
all of the
Divine.
details on the back page of the Daily. Oh, that's it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. On the back page of the Daily.
Dr. Champion, good morning to you. It's been a while.
So there's a disputed
I need to come
building,
and visit.
ownership of a building.
I'm talking in Champa.
Now, talking in Champa.
Now,
sir.
no, sir,
Because not
no,
medicine.
no,
And I'm a cash kakaboso.
There be say no cash later. The new newspaper I'm in love with now is a Ghanaian Times. It has a new look, old Ghanaian Times with a new look. It says the Ghanaian Times front page, the mid-year fiscal policy review, economy on recovery path, finance minister. On page 16 of the paper, budget figures are cosmetic according to the minority. And then we have ICU urges HFC workers to defy layoff order, and 400 security men deployed to fight Galamsey in eastern, western Ashanti regions.
They call it Operation Vanguard.
Operation Vanguard.
You know.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But, you know, that's a new thing about the Ghanaian Times. They have new statements inside, and they only refuse to put in, or forgot, to put in the breaking news before the afternoon of yesterday, or by afternoon of yesterday.
Is it your design or is their design?
It's their design.
Yeah, so
looks nice.
What are you talking about?
The one about Anthony Scaramucci, you know, the White House press secretary.
Oh,
who only lasted 10 days in office.
You know, a little over a week. He's been ousted already.
Donald Trump is doing apprentice in the White House.
I put something on Facebook when he was voted into power. I said it's like a reality TV.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's very much unfolding.
Firing, scattering, and
when
hiring.
His new chief of staff.
Yeah,
it
who
looks
is
like maybe it's. Listen, this is August. Yesterday I talked about the fact that this is a month of new beginnings. So perhaps it's a month of new beginnings.
It's an August month.
Also in the White House. Yeah.
Confusion Ayabasa. Back page. Mango farmers send SOS to government. Government establishes cattle project. Okay. So the next report we're looking at is the Finder.
Yeah, we've got the Finder. Front page of the Finder newspaper. Deficit slashed to 6.3%. Commitment to fiscal consolidation moved a notch higher. Also, capital expenditure and transfers to state agencies slashed. And I kind of really like this photograph on the front page of the Finder, because it's the Vice President and the Finance Minister walking to Parliament House yesterday for the Finance Minister to do that presentation. Also, Ghanaian lady is new Chief Brand Officer for Uber, the Galamsey Task Force, to meet resistance with requisite force. That's according to Minister. One of those ministers who addressed them yesterday. Avoid doing anything unethical. COP Dr. Dampari, that story on page 4, certainly will touch on it. NPP never trusted the EC, according to John Buedu, who is the acting General Secretary of the NPP. Let's go to page 4 in the paper. Is it page 4 it is? Yes, it is. So here we are. The Director of Operations of the Ghana Police Service has reminded the personnel to make discipline the watchword and avoid doing anything unethical. Commissioner of Police Dr. George Dampare said this was important as they took steps to transform the service to rank it among the best in the world. There was something circulating yesterday, Roland, about some shift reassignments in the police service. So, for instance, I saw...
I haven't seen that one.
I saw...
was it on the news?
Commissioner Boache?
ACP Boache.
You know. Yeah.
Taken
to PIPS.
PIPS.
In what I've seen as Director General of PIPS,
okay,
from the research and planning to PIPS. But I don't know if that's real. Is it real? Because I don't see the story in any of the papers
could be true.
today. All right.
just one office to the other, though.
Yeah. Oh, really? Are they?
All of them.
Okay, but there's a big difference. I think I like him at PIPS better than the research and planning. Just thinking.
It's all office, though.
Yeah, because PIPS will put some discipline in those who are reported there. Let's do this final story on page 2. The acting general secretary of the NPP has indicated that the party never trusted the election management body of the country. According to John Boedu, this informed the party's decision not to solely rely on the Electoral Commission and had to resource polling station executives who delivered efficiently during the 2016 general elections, leading to the party's victory. Speaking at the Volta Region Delegate Congress in the regional capital hall, he noted that the NPP would have had a different story to tell if it had relied on the EC. Here's a quote. As for Electoral Commission, there's no way in the history of our party that we're going to trust any Electoral Commission. We decided to take our destiny into our own hands, and we will continue to do so. The quote continues, but I'll leave you to grab the paper and read the rest. But I wonder where this leaves us considering, all the troubles in the Electoral Commission today. Does it mean that they don't care about the outcome of the, ongoing possible investigations, the brouhaha, all the ups and downs in the Electoral Commission? Will they always get their own team together in an election to get the tabulations and get the results going? Because listen, it's the Electoral Commission that makes that announcement. It doesn't matter what you think you have.
I tell you.
Yeah.
Because statutorily, they are supposed to do that.
Exactly.
So let's look at the Daily Guide newspaper. And, the finance minister was in court, but he just gets on small. He said economy on track was in parliament. He just gets but the one that gets the prominence, you can trust the Daily Guide.
CID
My
grills.
favorite newspaper. CID grills 3 NDC MPs, and you have on the front page 3 pictures of 3 personalities who were former ministers in the John Mahama-led administration, Dr. Kwabena Donkor, John Jinapor, and Dr. Dominic Ayene. Over $510 million American deal. So, raising eyebrows in Ghana. We have soldiers storm Galamsey site. We're told 400 of them in what they call Operation Vanguard.
No.
Vanguard.
like Vanguard Assurance.
I'm telling you. And then we have farmer grabbed with 2,000 slabs of Intampe weed.
A farmer.
Yeah, a farmer.
What was he doing with the 2,000 slabs?
Oh.
Definitely not smoking it.
Yep.
Okay. I've got the Today newspaper front page. Reptiles chase pupils at Yamua Chrome Deer Primary School as they study under trees. One of the classrooms which roofing has been ripped off. It will be on your screens in a short while, then you would see and appreciate what we're talking about. Why won't reptiles chase you if you study under a condition like this? This is what's on the front page of the Today newspaper. It's a shame, right? We've been highlighting here on Joy News. We've been highlighting stories like these across the country in the hope, really, because we've got a lot of faith that they will be fixed. Minority flays minister over mid-year budgets. Don't dare soldiers. Minister warns Galamseyers. These are the front page headlines in the Today newspaper today. Ronald?
All right, so we have on the front page the Daily Dispatch newspaper, finance minister to move 6,000 government accounts worth some 6 billion Ghana cedi been dormant to Bank of Ghana. As a policy, etc. I mean, Charlie, we have to use it to go and trade small. So some of you, sometimes when you loot the money and you die and the account is there and you don't know, or even genuine money is there. Some of as when we put money down, we don't want to tell, you know, our spouses, our families, and friends. Yeah, something happens. Operation Vanguard to crash Galamsey operations launched, and then we have highlights of the 2017 mid-year budget review. The story is on page 11 of the Daily Dispatch. I think this one, I like this one, the Daily Dispatch story, page 11. You get there, you have all that. Now, we have to get ready ourselves for the online portals. And as we look at the online portals, Mama View will read a couple of the news stories we have.
News stories. I just want to say happy birthday, though belated, to one of our colleagues, the channel executive of Adum TV, Thelma Ajay. Was your birthday yesterday? I missed that. So, belated birthday to you. I hope you had fun yesterday. She's a chilling sister, by the way.
She is.
Absolutely, yeah. Thelma.
She's a nursing mother.
Thelma chills. Yeah.
Right.
She chills like it's nobody's business.
I know the husband very well.
Yeah? Okay. He's a chilling brother too?
No, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
The
See,
wife,
that's how it blends.
Yeah, the wife is a lot more noisier than the daughter.
But listen, a lot of us commute by road to work. Yeah. In Ghana, I think some people also use the train, but not a lot of people.
Which of the trains?
Yeah, now goes to Katamanto.
We beg you.
But can you imagine that somebody actually lives in Germany? He's got all the fine options around him, but yet he swims to work daily. He swims. Yeah. This is not a joke. We'll share the story with you in a bit. Let's do the online review now. This one says, good morning. It's a message on Vartex. Good morning, Mama V. An EP school in Ho has directed the parents to buy EP printed exercise books for the awards at 1 cedi 40 pesos per one for the awards, or stand a chance of not getting the kids' work being marked in another book.
Why? What's the market rate for the book?
Okay, well, that's a good question. But what I do know
if
is,
the market rate is the same and the school is printing, I believe that you have to buy from the school. I think it's appropriate.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the schools. I think almost all the schools.
I know that we have this thing about our rights and all that. But
yeah,
I would love it if I buy school books.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So that's what this one did. We did beg one. Just make it buy like that. Yeah. Sometimes it's also to help the school. You know. Yeah.
They have to make something out.
So let's do myjoyonline.com. Ghana's railways, energy sectors entice investors at UK. And that's a revelation from the Ghana Forum. It says over 200 delegates from Ghana and the United Kingdom recently met at a 2-day trade and investment forum that showcased business opportunities.
It's not the Diaspora Summit, or that's it?
No, this one, they didn't say the Diaspora Summit. So Ricketts Hagan projects 140 billion Ghana cedis debts by current governments. Is that the real state of the economy? But then again, when it's coming from another political party, you know. So let's move on. Free SHS students to get 4 core textbooks in first year. Ore mines accused of selling concessions to illegal miners. Another headline on our page this morning. NPP's job for the boys mantra under attack. Story says opposition political parties are condemning comments made by 2 leading members of the NPP of their comments suggesting government appointees must give job preferences to party supporters. Eko-Fuado government not first to struggle with revenue generation, according to economists. You know, like comments like that, can't they not say it, but just say it to the people? You get what I mean? Like, don't make public comments like that. I'm just thinking. But then again, if it's wrong, it's wrong, yeah? It doesn't matter whether you say it in the bedroom or you say it out there in the open. A broke government cannot be prudent in managing economy. That's according to the minority leader, Haruna Idrisu. Also on the page, all these are fallouts of that media review yesterday. First Deputy Governor, Millicent Na, retires from Bank of Ghana. The first governor of the Bank of Ghana has gone on retirement from the institution. We wish him well. Yeah. After 7 days, relief items head to Tamale flood victims. Deputy Director of NADMO, Abu Ramadan, says residents of Tamale will get some respite Tuesday as truckloads of relief items head to the northern region capital. In shame, really. After 7 days. That's how serious we take events like these in our country. There are a lot more stories on our site. For instance, there's a full text of that presentation by the finance minister when you log on to myjoyonline.com.
All right, so let's go to the Africa page of the BBC. We don't have time, so we'll go to BBC straight away. Kenyan electronic voting head killed. Chris Nsando was in charge of the computerized voting system in next week's election. He was found dead in the outskirts of the capital, and they also found some lady alongside. But, you know, the rumor is that this was a planted killing.
And you know, this is like the IT person, the one in charge.
Yeah, the one who heads the... It's an electronic voting system.
Exactly, and he's been assuring Kenyans that nobody can interfere with the system that's in place. And he's actually been going on media platforms
and
you
giving
know,
the assurance.
Exactly, and then, hey, Charlie, that makes us really lucky. I don't know, are we lucky as Ghanaians or what?
Africa did. Voting.
And anyway. the election is just next week.
But
what does this mean? But people are calling for a speedy
replacement?
No, investigation into his murder. That's the only way that can calm people, because people keep putting different interpretations into it. As in, who killed him? What's the motive? Would they, now that he's gone, be able to penetrate through the system, for instance? Yeah, you're done?
Yep.
Oh, there's mass homosexual arrest in Nigeria. Homosexuality, gay marriage, gay groups, and displays of same-sex affection are all illegal in Nigeria. But sometimes when international media is highlighting on these things, I don't even want to be re-echoed. It's because they have an agenda.
I want to say that.
Because they have an agenda.
Africa there.
Yeah. This was their loss, remember? Most of the laws that we're having to carry through in Africa came from them. They have moved on, they've changed their laws. But it doesn't mean we should. Somebody should tell them that. Okay, here's a message from MD in Sogakope. It says, I wonder why my light bill keeps increasing when I use a tabletop fridge from 70 Ghana cedis to 200 Ghana cedis.
I think you should check your effing.
Is it FA? Or they say there's something on the fridge. You've got to have a number of stars from the whatever it is commission.
Yes. Yeah. That it's got related to the CFC.
Yeah. So if your fridge is pretty old, very old, it probably could be pulling a lot of currents.
Derek Kosam, the fridge he has no star.
Okay, here's another message. More messages. This is from Richard in Akosombo. Thank you very much. Says good morning. Yeah, good morning to you. We thank you for watching our show. Here's Anthony from Nsawam. Oh, message come up. Okay. Anthony simply says he loves watching the show. We're grateful.
Thank you, Anthony.
This one says, hi, good morning. Good morning to you too. It's good to arrest those who litter the public. This should be a lesson for all Ghanaians. Is it true the economy is in the right track? I support Kino Foriata. Oh, it's true the economy. That's what you're saying. Jalidu Akrodia is sending that message. And here's one on free SHS. I want to know what provision is made for those students who couldn't get admission last year due to finance and sitting home waiting anxiously for this academic year, because there are reports circulating that the admission is for only those who write BEC this year. Mawako Inside Hole.
Last year, there was not supposed to have been students who did not get admission. That is if you qualified.
Yeah, but he's saying because they couldn't pay the fees.
Right.
That's what he's saying. So
they'll qualify. They'll qualify. Once you're entering school first year, fresh, they'll qualify.
Passion in Tema. Thank you so much for the sweet message that you've sent.
Thank you, Passion.
This morning.
Was that about
us. Me? No way. Hell no. Michael Edu Aya in Ankafo says, good morning. Our president should fight Galamsey at all costs, even if he's going to lose the next election. He will definitely leave a legacy. We're proud of him. Hashtag Nana. Well, that's exactly what he intends doing, whether there's an election or not. Please inform the YEA CEO that we haven't received our allowances yet. He should pay us because we're hungry. That's from Edujemfi from Seshi Bekwai. And perhaps the last one, just before we run off, because we've got to make way for Benedict, who's got spots. Want to find out if soldiers will still pay for this year's WASA. Hey. Okay.
What did they pay for WASA last year?
Good morning. I thought WASA is a military kind of thing, right?
Yes, the annual get-together.
So are you asking if the individual soldiers would pay for it?
Yeah, I'm wondering if they pay for it, because I'll be surprised.
Kindly tell the president that environmental health officers, formerly known as tankers, are still around in all MMDDEAs, but are facing logistical constraints, so he should do more to ensure their efficiency. Kudos to KMA and AMA from Matthias in Takrady. My worry, though, is if they are fully activated, would they do the work like it was done previously? Or they will be taking little monies from people and just let them go. You know,
I think
that's my worry.
We need to discuss further.
One more electronic means of dealing with these things than
perhaps
the
maybe we
human
need to
thing.
take a week and look at filth.
Yeah.
Since we're closer to a crowd.
I don't think the economic gymnastics being bandied about by our literates mean anything to we, the ordinary citizen. For us, our concern is with the price of bread and butter in the open market. That's from Wisdom in Asamankesi. And I guess if I want to show you that guy who swims to work, it has to be now, because we're getting off the set.
In which country is he?
Munich, Germany.
Munich. Okay.
Yeah, but you're not speaking German.
No, sure. Oh, no, I want to be like Baba Tando. Baba Tando.
All right. We appreciate all the messages that you keep sending to us. We'll come back and share a lot more with you.